I entered the seminary right after high school. So I can remember all my friends talking about the colleges that they were going to go to, and then me telling my friends, hey, you know what, I'm going to go to the seminary, and I'm going to live at the seminary, and I'm going to go to St. John's University. And I can remember some of them being very taken back by that. I was like, oh my gosh, wow, you seem so normal.
One of the formative experiences of my life was starting to be an altar boy. And every morning coming into the church in the morning, we would say prayers and get set up at school, and then 9 o'clock, the altar boy, whoever was on that day, would come down, come into the sacristy and to serve Mass.
It was not easy. I met people who tried to say, what do you want to be a priest? It's nothing. Look at your classmate. Some of them in Haiti get married, they have children, they got money. I said, yes, that's true, but give my life to serve God.
I grew up in a very loving home, and a very faith-filled home. Being the only child, especially, obviously there's a lot of attention on you. Some of my earliest memories, praying with my mother, praying with my father, having grace before meals. And I remember distinctly the first time I served Mass, especially on this altar, actually. And it was just an amazing time. It was with an elderly Italian priest. It impressed upon me the nature, the solemn nature, and the sense of entering into the holy.
I attended a Baptist school. Haiti is a soccer country. We play a lot of soccer everywhere. And my school went to play against the Catholic school in my hometown. Father Paul Messis spoke with me about his desire for me to come to his school. I began to serve as an altar server.
I remember my confirmation as if it were yesterday. Bishop Gerald Barbarito, who is now the Bishop of Palm Beach, was the auxiliary bishop of Brooklyn, and he confirmed me. And in his homily, he preached about the joy of the priesthood and how happy he was as a priest. I could remember sitting in that pew in my parish saying to myself, wow, I want to be a happy, smiling, joyful priest.
At some point, being an only child, the question would come, well, don't you want to give your family grandchildren? And the only real response I think any of us have to those types of questions is to live out our priesthood in a positive, serious, and joyful manner. Because for us, who are called to be priests, we found it's the pearl of great price. The priesthood today is so countercultural.
I have a twin niece and nephew, and I worry about them all the time because they're going to grow up in the world in a society that is just so anti-Christian.
But it's also one of the main roles of the priesthood today. You give testimony by your very life in the midst of a world that oftentimes doesn't understand who you are.
In New York, especially in Brooklyn and Queens, there is a big need for priests. I always send this message to the young people to think about religious life.
The joys of the priesthood, first and foremost, has to be in the sacraments.
I look forward to the day in which I'm able to celebrate the Eucharist and to bring Jesus to those entrusted to me.
Christ has chosen your hands, and that from your hands, he seeks to grow closer and to enter into the lives of his people.
I feel good. I feel confident that God has called me to this vocation. I'm excited. I'm nervous, of course, and I look forward to serving the people of God in any way possible.
It's obviously an extremely blessed and gifted time to know that you are entering into the very mystery, the very thing that you've been preparing, and in my case, for 7 years.
But I will not cry at my ordination. I will laugh because I am waiting a long time for this day.